Hey there, James here, and hope you're having a great day. Welcome to another one of my videos. Now in today's lesson, I'm going to show you a really cool open string blues lick. It's the sort of thing you might have heard in the playing of Stevie Ray Vaughan or Freddi King, one of those kind of players. It uses a cool little open E blues scale shape down around the open position with a couple of cool little double stops and sliding moves thrown in, and I just know you're going to love this lick. So what I'm going to do is play it over the backing track for you now so you can hear it. Then we'll have a quick look at the scale patterns, where it's coming from. Then I'll break it down for you step by step, show you how to play it. By the end of this video, you'll be able to play this lick, and you'll also know how you can take it and harvest it for a few ideas to come up with some licks of your own. So let's have a listen to the lick now, and then we'll look at where it's coming from. So that's what the lick sounds like. Now it's coming from the open E blues scale, or open E minor pentatonic pattern, really, down around the open position with a couple of little sliding moves thrown in as well. So let's have a look at the scale pattern before we go any further. Now you might know this pattern already, but stick around because there's something else really handy that I'm going to show you that you can do with it in a moment. So the basic open E minor pentatonic pattern is this: open low E string, then the 3rd fret. Then on the A string, it's open and 2nd fret. On the D string, it's open and 2nd fret. On the G string, it's open and 2nd fret. Then we have the open B string, and then the B at the 3rd fret. And the high E string open, and then at the 3rd fret. So here's the pattern up and down. Basic pattern, but what's really cool is this little sliding move we can do here. When we get to the G string, instead of going open and 2nd and then moving on to the B string, we can go open, 2nd, and move it up to the 4th fret. Then we can go onto the B string at the 3rd and the 5th fret. Now you'll see in the scale tab that I put on the screen here that I put the open high E string as your next note. Now this is actually the same note as what we have at the 5th fret on the B string, but I've added it in as an extra note in the scale pattern because they sound really great when we play these two notes and put the open E in as well. This kind of thing, which is what we're going to see in the lick in a moment. So here's the pattern from the start there. Up to the 4th fret, 3 to 5 on the B, and then the high E string. Okay, so let's have a listen to the first part of the lick. It's going like this. 3, 4. So we're beginning up in the sliding part of the scale. I've got my first finger at the 3rd fret on the B string, and I'm going to pick that note, and I'm going to pick the high E string as well. And almost as soon as I've picked it, I'm going to hammer on my 3rd finger to the 5th fret on the B string. Now, a little word of warning here. You've got to keep your finger kind of on its tip when you hammer on. So otherwise, if it goes flat, it's going to deaden off that high E string. Okay, now we want it to keep ringing. And they're both ringing after I've done the hammer on. That's what we're aiming for. So we're going to pick that and hammer it on. Then go back to your first finger at the 3rd fret. Pick both strings again, so the B and the high E string. And then hit both the open strings. So take your first finger off. Now the picking I'm using on that is down, down, up. That works for me. Down, down, up. Next we're going to come down to this 2nd fret on the G string, and we're going to do this little sliding move. Using my 2nd finger, I'm going to pick the 2nd fret on the G and slide it up to the 4th fret, and then hit the open high E string with an up pick. Now you can let the notes all ring together a little bit if you want, or you can separate them out. It's kind of up to you, but I'm going for this kind of ringing together kind of sound here. So that's the first chunk of the lick. The second part of it is coming down into the open minor pentatonic shape here. We're not using the sliding bit for this. We've got a bend and a couple of other little ideas. So the second part of the lick sounds like this. So I'm beginning with this G string bend at the 2nd fret. Now I would use my 2nd finger to bend this one up. We're bending it up 2 frets. Then I'm playing the open B string and the open high E string. Then I'm going to pick 3 on the B string and pull off to the open B string. And then go to the G string at the 2nd fret. 3, 4. And to finish off, we're going to do a little trill. Now, in case you don't know what a trill is, it's when we rapidly hammer on and pull off between 2 notes. In this case, it's the open G string. We're going to trill onto the 1st fret with our 1st finger. So the second part of the lick goes. So that's how you play the lick. Now, let me put it all together really slow so you can hear the whole thing. 2, 3, 4. So before we look at what to do with this lick, let's have a quick listen to it over the backing track. Now, if you've seen any of my other lick videos, you'll know that I always say this, that it's not so much playing the lick that's important, it's what you can get out of the lick that is important. And what I mean by this is you want to go through this lick and you want to take out little bits of it that you can use. You want to harvest it for some of the most useful fragments of it, because you can then use these to make up your own lick. So let's have a look at the couple of the bits you can easily take out and start playing around with in your own playing. I think probably this bit here with the double stop is a cool bit. So what you want to do is nick that bit from the lick, put on your backing track and just jam around seeing what you can do with that idea. See how I was I chucked some other stuff in as well, but I was kind of experimenting with what I could do with that double stop. It's by doing this that little idea becomes part of my soloing vocabulary. And when I'm jamming, I've got these ideas that I can use. Another nice bit would be this kind of bit at the end here. Now take that and see how you can stretch that round and experiment with that over the backing track. You get the idea. I'm sort of borrowing that idea from the lick, but then I'm seeing how I can work it into my playing and seeing what I can do with it to kind of recycle it into a new idea of my own. Recycle's kind of a good word for this. We're taking something else, but we're trying to use it to make something else. So that's what you need to do with this lick, and then you're going to start to find that when you come to improvise or play a solo using these open blues scales down at the open position, you're going to have a good range of licks and things to use. So anyway, good luck with that. Hope you enjoy the lick. Hope you've got something out of this lesson. Now remember to subscribe, because I publish at least one of these lick videos every week, and I don't want you to miss any of the cool videos that have come this way. So subscribe so you see all my other lick videos, and also check out all the other ones on my page, because there's a lot of cool stuff there too. Anyway, that's pretty much it for me today. So enjoy the lick. Hope it helps you out. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon in another one of my lessons. So take care, and I'll catch you next time.